Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Ashley, and if you are new, there's a cat, there's a kitty. I am also pregnant, if you didn't know. So this week, I am 17 weeks pregnant. So that means that little baby Johnson is as big as an onion this week. Just FYI there for you. So I haven't done a pregnancy update in a little bit. I think it was like 10 weeks since I've done a pregnancy update, so quite some time, and almost 2 months ago. And so I thought I would do a pregnancy update. Some of you have been asking me some questions, and I've also been getting questions on Facebook because if you guys haven't been watching the other parts of Vlogmas, then you might not have known that I had some rather bad news. And yes, I have laundry going in piles. I have some folded laundry over there that I've started to fold. But I posted and I've talked about on Vlogmas. I'm super transparent. So if you're new to this channel, this is House of Johnsons. I have a house full of boys, and Johnson is also our last name. So house full of Johnsons, more ways than one, play on words, like funny, haha. And this new baby, well, we'll get to that in a second. But on this channel, I'm super transparent. I feel like being completely open and honest is the way to go. I'm not going to just give you all of my information and tell you my address and tell you to come on over when I don't know you, but I am just going to be super raw and real, and that's the only way I know how to be. So if that bothers you, I'm really sorry, but that's the only way I know. And so in this channel, I really strive to be like super open and honest and transparent with you guys and just kind of let you know the truth of what's happening in my life as it happens. I don't really keep things, because if I tried to keep things, I'm the type of person who would accidentally just blurt it out, and then you would be like, what the heck is she talking about? She hasn't even told us that. So there's no point in me even trying to keep anything. Eventually, I'm just going to start talking about it in a plan with me, or I'm going to start blabbing in a vlog or something like that, and then you're going to know anyway, so why not just tell you what's going on? So I did get some really scary results. I got an abnormal pap smear, and the abnormalities that I got, you can get 4 different levels of pap smear that comes back abnormal, and mine was the highest risk of abnormalities that were found from that pap smear. Now, with that being said, that meant I had to have a procedure done called a colposcopy, and the colposcopy was to further examine my cervix under a microscope. It wasn't the most comfortable thing, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. After childbirth, I pretty much feel like you can kind of take on the world if you've had actual, real labor, instead of just, oops, I'm getting a cramp, let me have an epidural. And that happens too, and that's perfectly fine. If that's what you had to go through, then you still went into labor and delivered that child. Do not let me take that away from you. But if you went through true labor pain, then you know that there's really nothing else that can top that. That's pretty bad. So I have a pretty high tolerance for pain anyways. I have several tattoos, and I've had several children. And so, yeah, some of them weren't all roses. Hello, child. Speaking of which, here's one now. Oh, what a lovely face. Blessed Jesus. They're playing outside in December, and he's turning on the water hose to play, and now he's screaming for his brothers to come inside, and his baby brother's asleep. Anyway, I can't deal. Okay, so let me shut this door. Blessed Jesus above. Anyways, so I don't even know what I was talking about, but I got the worst results you can possibly get. I say that like it sounds really dramatic, and I suppose it is, but there's 4 different stages, and I got the worst news. It's the ones that are bad results because it's highly dangerous and for cancer. And whatever the abnormalities were, they are highly likely to become cancer if you leave them alone for too long. Anyways, it just had to be done. So I got the procedure done, and they had to take a sample of tissue and biopsy it for testing to see if it was cancerous or non-cancerous. Okay, so I won't get the results from that for 1 to 2 weeks, but I've had a lot of you ask me. Some of you have emailed me, some of you talked to me on Facebook, some of you have commented, and you've talked about, like, what about the baby? Is the baby safe? I'm praying for you and baby. I'm praying for the health of the baby. And a lot of people that I know personally have been saying that as well. He's fine, and so it is a boy. You already know that if you've watched other vlogs, but if you're new, sorry, I spoiled it. He is a boy. And so he is fine. He is doing very well. He is doing great as far as development and growing and heartbeat and all of the things, moving around like a little crazy person in there, and just like all the others. And he is sure to turn out like any other Johnson and be an insane little boy who is wonderful and beautiful and crazy all at the same time, just like all of them. And so, yes. So with all of that said, that was like a long drawn out 5-minute, 6-minute response to all of the stuff that's kind of yucky right now. Now let's get on to better and brighter things. Hopefully I will get the results like Wednesday or after that. Today is actually Saturday when I'm filming this. Maybe I'll get them Wednesday. It might be after. It could be up to 2 weeks, so I could have to wait a whole other week past Wednesday. But Wednesday marks the 1 week mark. And that's about when my other results came in, so I don't know. But anyways, they're going to call me and let me know what's going on. So we'll see. We'll see. Just keep me in your prayers. It is, yes, I might even already know by the time you see this. I don't exactly know what day of Vlogmas this will be posted, but in other news, first trimester came and went. First trimester was literally miserable. It was horrible. I had to force myself to eat. Everything I ate was bleh. I threw up all the time. I gagged all the time. Everything just set off my gag reflex, and then that made me throw up. I had like tons of migraines my first trimester, which I always do throughout pregnancy, have a good bit of migraines, but this one was bad, like super bad, like 2 and 3 a week, consistently. And of course, when you're pregnant, you can't really take migraine medicine that actually helps. And so it was just really horrible. The migraines would make me throw up even more. So I was just miserable and sick. And so no fun. Second trimester, it started a few weeks ago, and it has been like night and day. Like I feel totally fine now. My gag reflex is still pretty bad. It always is during pregnancy. So I'm used to that, but like everything, like smells when I first wake up in the morning, like, oh, it'll make me like gag and feel sick, and if I'm not careful, I will still throw up, but it's not like that. It's not like nausea or anything like that. What else? My belly's growing. I'll go ahead and show you my belly. It is growing good, and it's starting to round out now, and it's not too big, not too small. 17 weeks. Some women don't even show at 17 weeks, especially if it's like your first baby. But this is my fourth baby. So yeah, we got a good little round little guy going on there. And he is like super, super low, which is normal at this point, but he's like really low down there, and he is constantly moving. So just a little jittery booger. And he just moves, which is great. I love when they move a lot. You may not feel the same way if you're pregnant. Maybe your baby is like super chill, but none of my babies have been super chill, and they always move around a lot, and this one is no different. So we are naming him Jensen Alasdair Johnson. And yes, I know that that's strange, and no, I don't care. I love it so much. Yeah, and so that will be his little name, and we can't wait to meet him. Like, holy moly, I'm almost halfway there. I am pretty much halfway there as far as Ashley pregnancy, because I know that I'm going to have him at least a little bit early. That's just the way I've had all my babies. And Alaric was the earliest of them all, and I went into labor all by myself. Did not have to be induced or anything, and I actually went into labor at 37 weeks. And so this one will probably be around that time, just because the more babies you have, it usually stays about the same. If you tend to have babies quickly, you tend to have them quickly the more you have. So yeah. What else? What else do I want to talk about? So yeah, the energy is coming back, and I'm sorry this light keeps going off. The energy is coming back now. My appetite is coming back. I'm starting to be able to eat more foods that were like totally turnoffs for me. And I wasn't sure if this was a boy or a girl because this one has been so different for me. Even my morning sickness has been very different, to where like normally I crave spicy food or like soups and Brunswick stew and chilies and all of that. Like that's my favorite kinds of foods to eat anyways when I'm not pregnant, but when I'm pregnant I just crave it. I remember when Killian was in my belly, I ate Brunswick stew for almost a week straight. I made like 2 huge pots and put them in the refrigerator and freezer, and I ate them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for days until it ran out, and I ate the entire batch by myself. I think Joshua ate like 1 bowl of it the first night, and he was like, it was really good, but I'm done. And I was like, I'm not. I just want all of the Brunswick stew, and that's how I feel about Brunswick stew anyway, so like the homemade kind. I like mine the best, of course. But it's spicy and it's wonderful. Oh, I just love it so much. And usually that's how I am, but I haven't been able to eat any of that kind of stuff because I would get so sick by it. So I'm starting to be able to eat the foods I like again. I'm starting to crave those foods again. They don't just sound absolutely terrible to me. All I could eat was like bland, nothing food, like potatoes or like grits or cereal, or, and I know it's ridiculous and not healthy, but I couldn't stomach anything. Like nothing sounded good. Or like plain potato chips, or like what else did I really like to eat? Smoothies. Like I could drink fruit smoothies. I like lived off of those for a couple of days at a time. Because I just was so sick. Like nothing sounded good to me. French fries, like, ugh, I just didn't want anything. So now it's much better. So 17 weeks it's kind of boring at this point, and I like it that way. I know I'm pregnant. I'm feeling a little pregnant, but I feel like myself as well because I don't feel sick anymore. I'm not having headaches like that anymore. Please, Lord Jesus. And I have a lot more energy. I'm not sleeping the best. I usually have pregnancy insomnia the whole way through, and it gets worse in the last trimester, like super bad in the last trimester. That's looking like it's probably going to be the case this time. I wake up to go pee like multiple times a night already, and I wake up to go pee at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't go back to sleep. So I don't go back to sleep until like 6:30, and then I sleep for like 2 hours, an hour and a half, something like that. And then everybody's awakened up and I'm going. So which I'm blessed that my kids sleep until 8:20, something like that. I'm blessed that Alaric sleeps that late. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I have lots more energy, and I'm so thankful, and I can feel the little guy moving in there. And yeah, so you guys just pray that my test result come back the way that we want. If they are precancer cells, then they will still have to be removed just so they don't turn into something scary. And then if they are cancerous, then we will have to figure that out and kind of monitor it and then reevaluate after he's born. Either way, we'll have to do something after he's born, but obviously the first option is the best one, and we can just there's even a chance that giving birth can flush it out and those will be gone. So we're just hoping for something like that to happen. So I'm getting interrupted again, and so I'm gonna let you guys go, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will give you another pregnancy update a little bit sooner than 2 months out. Look at this kid, I can't. Hello. Yeah, hello. Bye. But I will keep you guys updated a little bit better. And you guys are seeing updates in real time from Vlogmas. But I just wanted to do just a pregnancy update video just to kind of give you an idea just on pregnancy and not the rest of life. Shh, hold on. But I'm going to let you go because this little guy is back inside and he's just relentless. Like he doesn't stop. Lord help us. So I will let you guys go, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye, guys.